If the thought leaders in the Democratic Party keep encouraging and not rebuking the idea that America is cringe and the people who run Gaza are great, the Democrats are doomed. Alyssa Slotkin's right. Liberals are weak and woke, especially the white ones, and they indulge all sorts of nonsense from their kids, a pattern that then continues on in the Democratic Party.
Bill Maher just shocked everyone, including his own audience, by exposing what he calls the real reason Democrats have turned against America. Maher, a lifelong liberal, didn't hold back this time. He dropped cold, hard facts that left even his fans speechless. For years, people assumed conservatives were exaggerating when they said the left had lost its love for the country. But when Bill Maher starts saying it, you know something's wrong. What he revealed about the DNC's attitude toward America is explosive. So buckle up, because this one's going to sting.
Less than 1 in 4 Democrats under 30 say they're proud to be an American. 54% say they're embarrassed by it. Embarrassed? Like America's your mom picking you up at school? You're embarrassed to be an American? Well, guess what? The feeling's mutual, because you have no perspective. Is America perfect? No, of course not. No country is. But the U.S. is leagues ahead of the rest of the world on most of the progressive issues that are important to young people. America has 14 million women-owned businesses. 17% of black women are starting businesses, which is faster than white women or white men. Gay Americans are free to marry, and 49% of them own property. Yes, in America, gays buy buildings.
Maher opened with a brutal comparison that instantly changed the tone of the discussion. He contrasted America, with all its freedoms and flaws, against nations many liberals strangely defend, especially in the Arab world. His point was chilling. Those same countries lack basic democracy, silence women, and punish LGBTQ people just for existing. Freedom of speech? Practically non-existent. Yet some on the left rush to praise these regimes while tearing down the United States. Maher's message was clear. How can you despise the nation that gives you the right to criticize, while defending ones that would jail you for it? That reality check hit hard, forcing viewers to question what progressive values really mean.
Globalize the intifada is the catchphrase that's really catching on these days. At an AOC Bernie Sanders rally in Idaho last month, someone threw a Palestinian flag over an American flag, and the crowd erupted in approval. What should have happened after that is one of the adults on stage should have told their young, loyal followers, this is not a symbol of freedom. This is.
But the older generation won't tell the young the full story, because they're the ones who shaped their minds in the first place. Years of education, media, and online messaging have made millions of young Americans question, even resent, their own country. From classrooms to TikTok feeds, the idea that America is broken has been repeated so often it feels like truth. So when politicians suddenly try to rally that same generation with patriotic speeches, it falls flat. You can't teach people to distrust their country for years and then expect them to cheer for it overnight.
If the thought leaders in the Democratic Party keep encouraging and not rebuking the idea that America is cringe and the people who run Gaza are great, the Democrats are doomed. Alyssa Slotkin's right. Liberals are weak and woke, especially the white ones, and they indulge all sorts of nonsense from their kids, a pattern that then continues on in the Democratic Party. Last election, it was all the gender stuff, the insistence that men can have babies and such, and now I fear that we like the terrorists is the new that. Liberals need to push back on the dumb ideas that come from their children.
Maher didn't pull punches when it came to liberal priorities. He called out how the left obsesses over symbolic fights, men getting pregnant, pronoun policing, while ignoring the real issues Americans care about: jobs, security, and stability. He argued that this culture war addiction cost Democrats the last election. Most voters aren't focused on niche activism. They're worried about paying bills and keeping their families safe. Maher's point was simple. The left lost touch with reality, and voters noticed.
The Democrats' problem is the energy of the parties with the young and the young are with the terrorists. That's not good. So talk to your children and remind them you don't really want to live like your heroes in Hamas. All the you do all day, it was all made in America. Your smartphone, your Grubhub, your freedom to about America, that's all American stuff. You tell your phone you want a milkshake and a guy brings it to your house. Please, you couldn't survive a week living in Intifadaville.
Maher also said it's time young Americans learn what life is actually like in the countries they idolize. Many of these nations, glorified by left-leaning media, are riddled with censorship, gender inequality, and state-controlled narratives. News outlets cherry-pick the good and hide the ugly. The result? A generation fighting for ideals that look noble on paper, but collapse in practice. Maher urged them to open their eyes. Freedom isn't perfect, but it's rare, and America's version of it is priceless.
The most beautiful symbol of freedom. When the people of Hong Kong stood up to China, they waved the American flag. Why? Because it's not just a beautiful flag. It is a symbol of hope and liberty. Today's divide in America, sadly, is not just about taxes or policy. The left resents this country. They're willing to embrace regimes that hate women, Christians, basic freedoms, because they share one thing: a hatred for America. Don't ever apologize for being proud of this country. You have a moral duty to be proud.
Nobody should ever feel ashamed of America. For generations, it's been a symbol of hope, a place people risk their lives to reach. Sure, it has flaws, but compared to most of the world, America's mix of liberty, opportunity, and individual rights remains unmatched. From free speech to entrepreneurship, it's still the country millions dream of calling home.
He appears to be an immigrant. I'm going to guess he's a legal immigrant. And that's the type of American you can be really, really proud of. And that's the type of people that we want here. Someone who loves this place, who understands this place, who doesn't want to come here and fundamentally alter it the way Zorhan Flamflami does. It's different. It's different. And we better really start understanding that. Do you think that Welch chick really loves America? Or does she want to burn it down? What do you think the Hamas guy over there wants to do? Or the Batman villain, or the rest of them? I mean, they tell you all the time, right? You don't have to believe me. Go see. You know, we always check it every year. Go see what they post on Memorial Day or on Labor Day or on Thanksgiving. And they never post an appreciation for this country. They never step back. Ilhan Omar should wake up every morning and get on her knees and look up at the flag and thank this country for taking her out of Somalia. But instead she has come here to burn it down.
That's what makes America different. Immigrants come here from every corner of the planet, many of them becoming model citizens who respect the laws and give back to their communities. But Maher warned that not everyone shares that respect. Some exploit America's openness to push radical or divisive agendas. He said it's time to separate those who strengthen the nation from those who undermine it before the country loses what makes it great.
Democrats need to get their together because we need two parties in this country, and we desperately need the one that still concedes elections, doesn't sell the office, and doesn't want to completely switch out democratic rule of law for a rubber-stamped autocracy. But that party is so right now, and nothing to me symbolized that more than this video. Why do I say that? Well, let me put it this way. I don't know for a fact that this couple are Democrats. I just know it's true.
Maher even used a funny but telling moment at a sports game to make his point. When the kiss cam caught a couple of Democrats, they practically dove out of the frame. To Maher, that reaction symbolized everything wrong with the modern left, afraid of their own image, terrified of being judged. He argued that Democrats know their extremist wing is hurting them, but stay silent out of fear of cancellation. That silence, he warned, is political suicide.
I knew they were Democrats for the same reason I knew this was a Democrat. You can't hide from the kiss cam, and you can't hide in the Oval Office. Damn, if only the lady at the Coldplay concert had brought some folders with her, maybe she wouldn't be in hot water today. Now, am I saying that only Democrats run and hide? But Democrats seem to be afraid of everything. They were petrified of COVID, masking 2-year-olds who never would have died from it and keeping schools closed for far too long. They're definitely afraid of their kids, who from time immemorial have always come up with bad ideas. Their kids, thinking up stupid what they do.
Maher then pivoted to family dynamics, asking why so many parents seem scared of their own kids. In today's culture, children dictate the rules, while adults tiptoe around them. It's presented as empowerment, but Maher said it's chaos. Kids need guidance and structure, not full control. Without it, they grow up confused about authority and responsibility, and that spills into society at large.
But parents used to tell them, that's ridiculous. The world doesn't work that way. Not today's parents. They say, you're right, honey. Gender is just a social construct.
In closing, Maher summed it up bluntly. The Democratic Party has become trapped in its own ideology. Their obsession with symbolic battles has alienated moderates and cost them elections. Maher's message wasn't anti-Democrat. It was a wake-up call. If the left wants to win again, it needs to reconnect with common sense, address real-world problems, and remember what makes America worth defending. And that's the takeaway. Whether you agree with Bill Maher or not, one thing's clear. He's not afraid to say what others won't. His words cut deep because they come from inside the camp. When even lifelong liberals start warning that America's losing its way, maybe it's time to listen. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because we've got more unfiltered commentary coming your way. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay curious, stay informed, and stay free.